B, every time we have a Club Shay Shay episode, we always toast because every guest that's come on here has accomplished something great. And so we have a signature drink, my drink, which is Shay by Laportier. We're here at 11. Thank you, 11, for hosting us. We got the very talented and lovely Marissa bringing us a drink. We got you what you asked for, a double shot. Me, I got a sidecar.
And mix?
Yeah. Not normally, but I like sidecar.
How you deal with the hangovers?
No, ain't no hangover. Because we don't add no artificial color or sugar. That's all natural. That's great. That's a petite champagne and an Uni Blanc grape. So I promise you, once you yeah, see? Go ahead, take your time. Do what you do.
No, I'm checking for teardrops.
Normally we have a Turkish quartz glass that's specially blended to drink our cognac because 80% of it comes through your nose. So when you nuzzle it, you don't get that burn. You don't get that thing that's hitting you in the head.
I like it better than VSOP.
Who's VSOP?
You know what I'm talking about.
I'm just saying.
They ain't paying me. I ain't gonna say it.
Go
ahead, take your time.
Fucking dog, man. That's some real dogs. Shout out to my dogs, dude.
I put it next to XO.
See what I tell you?
Good job.
That's what it is. It's a VSOP that drinks like an SO.
Well, what's the price?
It all depends. We don't set the price. The retailer sets the price. So we sell it to them for one thing, and obviously they're going to make their money. So it all depends on where you are.
$100, $200, what? $400?
Somewhere between $79 and $99.
Good.
And it tastes. Okay, I can do that.
I could do that.
As a matter of fact, we won't give you a bottle before you leave.
Yeah, my bottles cost,
Yeah, I know what your bottles cost. Yeah. So let's get right into it. From the DMV.
I'm from DC.
You from DC? So you claim?
I'm from DC and PG County.
Okay,
so the DMV just really give it.
DC, Maryland, Virginia. So
yeah, we don't live on Virginia side, and they don't live on our side.
Okay.
And no disrespect to them and things like that, but the DMV is a new thing.
Bet. All right. So you from DC, Prince George County.
Yeah.
Okay. Growing up in DC as a child, what did Bees wanted to be when he was a kid?
Honestly?
Yeah.
A rapper?
I'm rolling up, chat, so we're going to watch this real quick while I'm rolling up and shit.
I'm one of those dealers. I don't want to say it online, but, I was raised by...
got SABV3 back. It was
my uncle got the Rico.
We back, baby.
The first time when I was 8, I think it was 97, 96, so I was like 7. My dad, my grandfather did 99 years. He died.
Right.
But he used to rob banks.
Damn.
So I used to think, so
that's what you grew up around, and so that's kind of.
But they all kept me on the basketball court. So I shot my first shot at 3 years old. I remember it, Walker Mill Park, Walker Mill Gardens, I think. And, back outside court. But when I first started playing organized, I was 8. John Edgar Howard. My uncle got locked up. This was like 97.
Right.
My uncle got locked up, and then I was just in the hood until I met KD.
Were you an influence? So were you a kid because you mentioned your grandfather got locked up, your uncle got locked up, your father got locked up. So kind of like who raised you? Who was the influencer that you kind of gravitated that made you think okay, you still got the basketball, but listening at you say I want to be a rapper, which is not a bad profession, and then you're like, yeah, well, I ain't gonna say what else I wanted to be. So kind of you kind of gravitated towards people that you saw in the neighborhood that was kind of doing those kind of activities.
Yeah, that's how we get in trouble.
Yeah, true.
I was always bigger. Right. So
you were big for your age.
So I didn't speak my first word till I was like 3.
Okay.
But I was the size of a 3-year-old at 10 months.
Damn.
Right? So my mom used to tell the story all the time. She got into a car accident when I was a year old.
Okay.
And it was a soft car accident. The officer came to her and was in such distress man, we got to get your son to the hospital right away. He's unresponsive. He's not saying anything. We asked him his name. He don't know his age. And she looked at him like, bro, he 11 months. You know what I'm saying? And like I was that big. So I skipped pre-K. I was in kindergarten at like 4 years old, right? So by the time I was in 6th grade or 7th grade, I was 11 in 7th grade. I was real young, 10 on 11 in 7th grade. So, you know, I was always just doing what they did. Like, everybody just thought I was older.
Right.
Everybody always thought I was older.
Right.
And, you know, I couldn't talk at first. And by the time I learned to speak, I learned you would do it for me. So just play dumb, right?
So you just sit back and let others talk for you.
Yeah. And then when you don't say what I don't want to say, then I just don't kick it with you no more. But that's just my whole life, you know. And I wasn't Michael Beasley until I was like maybe 15. Like right now, I'm just like I was just Mike. They called me Little Mike. My dad was Big Mike.
Okay.
So I was just Little Mike, and my grandmother used to call me Bougie Man because
Why is that?
Because I don't eat leftovers. You know, this leather couch.
Yeah.
My great grandfather, Granddaddy Glanius, he died on a leather couch. So I don't sit on leather couches, and you know, like especially if they don't got rips and shit like that. You understand? We're in a strip club. I'm not sure why you got me here, but you know, but yeah, like so like I just always been like people see me and think they know because of my size and never heard the things I say, and then by the time they heard it, they deciphered your way in such as the glass being half full or half empty.
Right.
They put your perspective on, right, and then the world just know you for what they know you for.
You mentioned your grandfather, your father, your uncle. How different do you think your life would have been had you had those people in your life being in a more influential way and not doing what they did? How do you think that would have impacted you?
I think I would have been a better person. I'm not sure if I would have been a better basketball player.
Right.
I didn't become a good basketball player until I met Kevin Durant and Stink and Chuck and Carl Scott.
People don't realize that you're only a year older than KD.
I'm a year younger.
KD's a year older than you.
Mm-hmm. Well, not a whole. Yeah, he was born 88. He was born September 88.
98.
98. No, he wasn't. 88.
88? So KD's like 37,
and I was
38.
born January 89.
Wow.
So
I would have never guessed that, Bees.
Wow.
Because well, you did. Hold on.
You telling me I look old?
No, you don't look old. But I just think the thing is because Kevin Durant, and I think this, a lot of this is that Kevin is still playing, and we're going to get into that. Kevin is still playing at an elite level, and I look at.
Wait, I'm still playing at an elite level.
But I'm just in the NBA.
Yeah,
but hey, let me ask you a question.
Yes.
If you didn't breathe, is the air still here?
Yes.
So just because I'm not in the NBA don't mean it's not elite in my gym too,
No.
right? I hear what you're saying.
Yes.
But I'm still dribbling a basketball too. Don't retire me early.
Okay. All right. The regular season is wrapped and the
Yeah,
NBA
check 'em.
playoffs are finally
I
here.
said that,
There's no
check 'em.
better way to cash in on the high-flying hoops action than Prize Picks, a preferred partner of the NBA. Every basket, every dime, every win means more when you're playing on Prize Picks. So don't pass up the next shot with Prize Picks and get $50 instantly in lineups when you play your first $5. Do it live. 2026 NBA Finals Sweepstake alert. Pick live squares during the NBA playoffs, and you could win a trip or two to the NBA Finals. To enter, you just make a $5 lineup with at least one live player pick during any part of the 2026 NBA playoffs. Live player picks are picks made after a game is already in progress. Prize Picks is simple to play. You know this playoff season, I'm all in on LA. Always LeBron, more. Get in on the action. Prize Picks is now available in all 50 states, including California, Texas, Florida, and Georgia. Download the Prize Pick app today. Use code Shannon to get $50 in lineups after you play your first $5 lineup. That's code Shannon to get $50 in lineups after you play your first $5 lineup. Prize Picks, a preferred partner of the NBA. You said Kevin is a year older than you.
Mm-hmm.
You met Kevin, and that kind of changed. What did that do for you as far as basketball?
Kevin was the first person that's ever told me, don't do that, let's go to the gym. And when the gym was closed, we used to go to the back of the gym, and it was embarrassing at first, but whatever. It was a small 7-foot court, and he was better than me first.
Right.
So he knew how to jump off 1 foot. I was a 2-foot jumper.
Right.
And we used to try to dunk on each other.
Right.
All the time. And bro, he used to dunk on me so much because nigga, I didn't realize then, but he would stretch up over the 1 foot, right? So like KD was the first person that right, and then after that, I met and like ultimately fell in love with Nolan Smith. You know, and he taught me what basketball.
He ended up, didn't he go to Duke?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
They just go to Duke. He was Duke, national champion.
Yeah.
Whatever. But yeah, I fell in love with Nolan, and Nolan became my brother. And like, I lived with Nolan from 14 to when I went to college, 13 when I was to college.
You mentioned that you met KD, and then was that when your love of basketball took shape, or you already played?
I always loved it. I just didn't know how to love it because I only played outside. I played at 9. I played at John Edgar Howard, but then my uncle got locked up.
Mm-hmm.
That was my first understanding of the RICO and shit like that.
Oh, yeah.
But he was my only way to the basketball court. You know, my mother raised us right, but she raised us how she could.
Right.
So she didn't know what she didn't know, right? She didn't know that I needed that at the time. He did. So he got locked up when I was 8, 9. From 8 to 11, I didn't have basketball. Then I met Kevin at 11, turning 12. I started going on AAU trips then, and then I met Nolan on 13, and then 14, I became Michael Beasley.
So you had no other male influences, family members, your grandfather, father, uncle?
No, my grandfather was like, okay, yes, I didn't have, like, we used to go to Cumberland Jail.
Cumberland Jail? Jim.
Jail.
Okay.
That's where my grandfather was locked up.
Okay.
So I'm not going to disrespect him because he did raise us. We used to go there every Thursday and drive the 3 hours to go visit him, and my grandmother would tell him what we did for the week, right? It was a divider,
Yeah.
right? And whenever we get in trouble, he'd be like, come on, let's pray. And we sit there and pray and knock on your head hard as you can, right? So, and then every last Friday of the month, we'd go visit him for family day. And then there's no dividers. We outside with everybody. He used to hug on us. I love my granddad, bro. I love it. What's the system that took him? My grandmother tried. She's like, bro, Cumberland 3 hours away. I didn't realize when I was young, but like, nigga, we used to do that shit every week.
Every week.
So yeah, I had male influences, but they all got locked up. My dad, whatever.
Right.
Yo, I may cry sometimes, but just act like you don't notice, right? I'm tired of that part, right? Whatever. I gotta get it out at some point. I don't need that.
You good?
I don't need that. But yeah, I love my granddad. He just died when I was 9.
He passed when you were 9, and to see the emotion, the raw emotion coming out of you 30 years later, what did that do? What did that do to Michael Beasley? To see your grandfather be incarcerated, never get an opportunity to see you outside, never get an opportunity to see what you became. Big 12 player of the year, Big 12 freshman of the year, number 2 overall draft pick. He never got an opportunity to witness that. And I know a part of you wanted him to see, because I know how proud you are of him and how proud he was of you, but he never got an opportunity to witness that.
It was the first time I thought about that. And if I can answer it honestly,
yes.
I'm glad you didn't ask me last year or the year before, because I would have gave you a childish answer. If I can answer it honestly, I'm happy it happened the way it happened, because I told you he got 99 years.
Right.
If he was to see that, it would be behind the jail cell, right? Mm-hmm. Now he can see it and be happy about it, right? So if I had it my way, it's selfish. right? Which is why we got to let go of the old us.
Mm-hmm.
It's selfish to the who we want to be tomorrow. So yeah, I miss my granddad, but I can't miss him no more than God has him.
Your father, did you have a relationship with your father?
Yeah, when I was young.
What was that relationship like? Did he take you? Did he?
You got kids?
I do.
So what was it like when you were young? 2, 3, right? You loved them.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Your first one. How old is he?
My oldest is a girl. My son is in the middle, 34.
That's fine.
He'll be 34.
Girl, boy. I tell everybody, you get from your girls in the first years of life what you want from your boys, and vice versa.
Mm-hmm.
That's where the term mama's boys go and daddy's girl.
Yes.
Right? So it's the same. My dad didn't have money.
Okay.
My mom thought she was doing what was best for who she was as a, right? At the time, this was 89, 90.
Yeah.
A lot of new bills was coming up
Correct,
out,
yeah.
sending the 3 strike,
Yeah.
a lot.
Yes.
Understand?
Yeah.
So when my dad didn't want my mom anymore, and he told me this when I was 25. When my dad didn't want my mom anymore, then she made it hard to see us. So that's what happened to that relationship. I remember being mad at my dad.
Because you didn't know the full story, huh?
And then like when I was 25, he told me the whole story. And this is why I just want people to tell the truth. Because my dad told me the whole story, dog. And I'm talking about I didn't have to say a word because like we used to grow up, no food, served sandwiches. We used to grow up with powdered milk. We used to grow up, you understand?
Mm-hmm.
Christmases. Damn, how the did she do that? Right? But when I was 25, my dad told me how she did it. Y'all used to come around with 4,000, and just because I didn't want to be with her, she'd take 3,500, 3,800, and just send me on the way with 200, and won't let me see y'all. He told me the real side. And like I said, I don't blame my mom because she was doing what she was doing that she thought, right? But that just took years away from my dad. And when he told me the real story at 25, I got mad at my mom.
But did you ask her, when you talk to your mom, say, Mom, this is what Dad told me? Is that what happened when I didn't see him as a child? What did she say to you, Mike?
Let me ask you a question.
Yes.
What woman in your life is able to take accountability?
You got a point, Mike.
They all wear makeup, right?
You got a point, Mike.
Huh?
You got a good point, Mike. Accountability is hard sometimes for women.
Yeah, so that led to me and my mom not talking for 3 years.
Oh, my goodness.
And then I found out she had cancer, and then she died a year later. And then her world laughed at me for that, so I don't want to talk about that.
Is it true that when you met Kevin Durant of the basketball team, you stole the pizza?
Yeah.
How you?
Yeah, I had to.
What you mean you had to?
Because y'all judge decisions and not choices. Right? You all think you know what you know and what you wouldn't do, but then at the same time, you boast to the world how you're the only one of your kind, and then chastise everybody else for not being like you. I wasn't like them. I was going home to 5 mouths to feed, and my mother always told us, if you bring one in the house, you better bring enough for them all. So I wanted a slice of pizza, and at the same time, I didn't want my ass whooped. If I'd have came in a motherfucking car, it was 4 people in the car in the back seat of a 2-door Nissan Pathfinder. Niggas thugging it. Got in that shit. If I'd have got him in one slice, man, she'd have took the slice, whooped my ass, and none of us would have got pizza. So yeah, I took half the slice, because nigga, half the slice was for 5. Nigga, I was eating one and had 4 more. Nigga, yo, Nigga, I was the man in my house. Nigga, I ain't gonna lie.
Everybody was happy that day, huh?
Bro, got home, I was the first on the Xbox. Bro, for real. Y'all laughing, bro. I got home, man. What? My mom, she ain't had to cook dinner.
Right.
Bro, she made me a cool little, like my mom used to make this banana pudding. Quick little, bro, we going to sleep. Man, she bring me a little cup, dog. Man, that's why, man, listen, bro. But yeah, that's exactly, it happened. Yeah, it happened. But it's like, dog, I had to.
Listen to that you talk. It sounds like you had responsibilities, a man's responsibility as a child, because you thought, said, look here, I got brothers and sisters to feed at home. Now, I can't be full and have them be empty. And have you always thought like this? So coming up from the time you was like, you say 12, 13, Have your whole life you thought of yourself as a provider?
Yes and no.
Okay.
So I wish I can tell you that, yeah, I was so mature and I had that mindset my whole life. But no, Fatima Smith had 5 kids. Antoine.
Are you the oldest?
No.
Okay.
Leroy Ellison, Diamond is the oldest.
Okay.
I'm the second.
Okay.
Diamond's the provider of the family.
Okay.
But we all had the same rules. You come in this house with one and not for all, then you get your ass whipped. So no, I wasn't mature. I was just scared of my mom.
Right.
You understand? And today, nobody's scared of their parents. So they go outside and nobody's scared of these coaches. So they go outside and nobody's scared of these officers. So they go outside and nobody's scared of life. I was just scared of my mom. I wasn't mature. I wasn't, nah.
After watching a friend go through a loss a few years back, I saw how quickly grief turned to financial stress. No one deserved the feeling that I saw him feel, ever. And I mean no one. No matter what I offered to help, it wasn't enough. And I promised my family I would never make them feel the same way my buddy felt. Trust me, that experience watching a friend go through financial stress while grieving changed how I thought about protecting my family. Life insurance isn't about protecting the worst, but it's about making sure the people that you love are supported no matter what. That's why we at Club Shay Shay recommend insurance through Ethos. Ethos makes getting life insurance fast and easy. 100% online. You can get a quote in seconds, apply in minutes, and get same-day coverage. How much easier can protecting your loved ones get? There's no medical exam. You just answer a few simple health questions. Take minutes to get covered today with life insurance through Ethos. Get a free quote at ethos.com/shayshay. That's ethos.com/shayshay. Application times may vary, rates may vary. Protect your family with life insurance from Ethos now by going to ethos.com/shayshay. Used to go to Kevin Durant's home and kick it. What did you guys talk about as teenagers, early the 12, 13, 14? What did you guys talk about? Did you talk about basketball? Did you talk about going to college? Did you talk about the NBA? What did you guys discuss?
KD talked about basketball.
What did you talk about?
I would listen a lot. Like me and KD first, like when I first met him, and like it would translate on the basketball court. Like all I would do was just rebound. Like I literally averaged like 30 rebounds playing with KD because the same way he played now, he played then. So he loved playing with me because I would just rebound and just throw it back to him. Rebound and just throw it back to him. You understand? Yeah. So I didn't understand basketball, but past the playground.
Right.
KD was, he didn't know this. I didn't know this at the time, but he was teaching me basketball.
Right.
He was teaching me the language.
Right.
So, I used to talk about dumb stuff. And, Wanda used to, she'd smack me just like she'd smack him. But I was just always known for being the goofy kid. I didn't know at the time that I was like the bad, mischievous kid. I was just always goofy and happy. And that, that's just all I was always joking and just always just laughing and joking about something dumb and something. Like, I remember the first time Miss Wanda took us to club, and not the club, the grocery store.
Right.
And I was like 11. I said, hey, man, look, like, you think they laugh if I do this in the club? I did a little funny dance. She looked, man, what you know about the club? And I'm like, at the time, all I knew was with R. Kelly and all them songs about it.
Singing about it.
And, but I was just always that kid that just had a joke and just, not, just get my ass whipped and not, But, nah, KD used to talk about basketball all the time. It's like, now that I think about, like, what he's doing today, I understand manifestation like a motherfucker.
That's what he talked about back.
KD love home more than I do. Like if KD would stop, like I 100% believe when KD stopped playing basketball, he's gonna live in PG County, Maryland, somewhere. I don't know exactly where, so don't go try looking for him and shit. But he loved,
right?
Like he loved that shit. He loved that place more than I do. I ain't gonna lie.
Lethal Shooter. You grew up with Lethal Shooter?
Yeah. He was on. I went to National Christian, so when I first met KD, I tried to go to National Christian.
Right.
But I got kicked out because, like, we used to have to wear black socks.
Okay.
And I couldn't afford them. So I just sew up in socks that I had, like mismatched socks and stuff. Right. I just get little write-ups.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And on top of me being goofy and shit, I just get little write-ups. And then I would never do my homework. I don't know why, because I get home and this is all that's still going on. So I would always forget by the time you understand? So I got kicked out of National Christian in the 8th grade. But National Christian, it was me, it was Skinny, it was Deans, Patrick Union Jr., lethal shooter, and he was shooting that motherfucker like he's shooting that.
Really?
Yeah, hell yeah. Nigga, that's what he was known for. Like he was never the greatest, most athletic basketball player.
Yeah.
But before and back then, you would get in trouble for shooting those long threes.
Yeah, for
that's
sure.
that's the only reason he didn't play a lot.
Right.
Because he didn't know how not to shoot those long threes. Man, he was shooting that but then when he get to his mid-range game, bro, you going against KD, so he can do what he blocking shots. You understand? So it was hard for him to figure that part out. He eventually did.
Right.
And you see what he is today. But bro, he shoot that shit from he step across the half and just let it go. You understand? When it go in, the whole gym.
Crazy.
But when it don't, it's just
Coach
back then.
the coach gonna snatch you out of the game.
Yeah. So yeah, I think if it was this era today, Lethal would be in the NBA just as you understand. But back then if you shoot a fast break three, you understand?
You get
So
snatched, for sure.
he was just ahead of his time.
Yeah. Do you think more NBA players should have shooting coaches? Because I see him working with a lot of different people.
Yeah. Why not? You want to be the best.
You do? If that's the
Sometimes you gotta humble yourself to learn what you need to know.
Right.
You don't know everything, and pity to the fool who do.
The AAU culture. I've heard a lot of people say this. Even KD spoke on it. LeBron spoke on it. I've seen a lot of prominent players that come up in the AAU culture that said the AAU culture is bad now. Well, how different is the AAU culture now compared to when you grew up?
Money?
Damn, money ruins everything, huh?
Yeah. We didn't know about the money they was getting. We played for the love of the game.
Correct.
We played for a chance to go to college.
Yes.
We played for a chance to get an education.
Right.
Then we played for a chance to take care of our family.
Right.
NIL opened up the gates all the way down to 10 years old. Okay, news flash, people, only 60 get drafted a year and 20 of those get cut. There's only been 4,800, roughly 5,000 people that's ever made it to the NBA. Chances are your son won't. Bro, they need to have fun first before they make money. That's what's wrong with AAU today. Everybody trying to make money and be the best fourth grader and the best third and best. It's like, dog, play for the right reasons and the right things will come.
Is it the parent? Because a lot of times
Yeah, it's the parents, because kids don't know what they don't know.
Okay.
Kids only know what you tell them. Kids, right?
Yeah.
You know, a 2-year-old thinks he's God. Ask me why.
Why?
Because he doubled life, and last year he was just a fucking blob getting fed everything.
Right.
Now he climbing all over the ground. He think he conquered life. You gonna let him make a decision? He think he God. He's a narcissist. Every 2-year-old is, right? So these kids don't know what they don't know is my point.
Right.
It's up to these parents to stop thinking everything financial. Because even if it comes, right? Let's just say your youngest child make it to the NBA.
Correct.
Right? How much does he owe you for the 18 years of life he lived?
He don't owe me nothing.
Okay, so why are you so worried about how much money he make or doesn't? You should just be worried about a good person.
Yeah.
You should be worried about the good morals. You should be worried about discipline. You should be worried about good health.
Right.
We all think money is going to bring that. That's why these BBLs are. Nobody just want to do a sit-up. Nobody want to eat.
Do squats or lunges.
Yeah, man.
No, because I agree with what you said. I didn't have a child as an investment. Well, I'm going to have this kid, and then eventually it's going to pay dividends. That's what I do with stocks. I'm not having a child to look at a return.
Now, it's okay to invest in your children.
Yeah.
S&P at day one.
Yes.
$100 just a month. By the time they turn 18, it'll be like 1.8.
Right.
Right? Just compound.
Yeah.
It's okay to invest in them as children. Teach them how to
I'm investing, but I'm not looking for a return on my investment. Just be a good kid, be a good person. You know,
the return is to go out and be respectful.
Yeah,
to the
not
world.
monetarily. Correct.
Be respectful to yourself. Understand God is above us all, and don't judge nobody.
Right.
The best business, the mind is your own, and that's the best way to make money.
It's young here. Let me tell you something. There are moves and then there are power moves, like when a coach steps in and changes the culture overnight. Or a power move when a quarterback leaves a team that's a champion and he goes to another team and they become a champion. Yeah, that's a power move. Or when a basketball player pulls up from the logo and before you know it, power move happens. That's what Unks love. And you know what else is a power move? Hiring Morgan & Morgan. They're the largest injury law firm in America, over 100 offices, over 1,000 lawyers, and they've recovered $30 billion for over 500,000 clients. I'm talking real wins too. $6.1 million in Florida when the offer was only $100K. $29.5 million in Georgia. $10.6 million in Nashville. So if you're injured because someone else messed up, don't play around with it. You deserve to get paid. Make a power move. Check out Morgan & Morgan. Their fee is free unless they win. Go to forthepeople.com/Shannon or dial pound law. That's pound 529 with your cell phone. That's FOR thepeople.com/Shannon or pound law. This is a paid advertisement. But a lot of times the AAU coaches, they have these players and they're special. Michael Beasley, Kevin Durant, or whomever coming out. And these AAU coaches, like if you send him to this place or you send him to that place or you let him get this shoe, there's a reward for said coach down the road.
Money?
So the money goes back to money is the root is ruining things again.
It's not the money that's the root of all evil. It's who controls the money, which becomes the root. Right?
Right.
When you make decisions from your stomach, then you have no oxygen for your brain. Right? Kids don't know nothing, so, right, you got a phenom, and this place is willing to pay you to bring that phenom to, right, just $100,000, right? How much are you giving the kid? How much are you giving the kid's mom?
Probably nothing.
That's stealing, right? I found that out from my peers in the NBA draft camp. That's how I grew up. Right.
So they're making money off you, but they ain't kick you nothing. They ain't kick your mom nothing. And no, you were struggling. No, you got.
No, this is how I knew that. Like, so, NBA draft camp.
Yeah.
Me, D Rose, Eric Gordon, OJ Mayo, all of them. We was in the room like playing cards and stuff, right?
Because a lot of y'all played in the McDonald's All-American team.
We all knew each other. They all looked at me and was like, "Yo, Bees, you know, like I know you was getting paid that out." No, I wasn't. Man, bro, for you to go here and you to go there and you to do that, you to do that. I was looking at them like, bro, y'all tripping. I've never got paid $1. I never, right? But then they start naming dates and stuff. I'm like, oh shit, bro, he gave me $1,000 there. Oh, you know what? He gave me $1,500, and then nigga $1,000 at 14, 15.
Yeah, that's a lot of bread.
Right? But now my peers are telling me that he was getting 100,000, he was getting 200,000, he was getting 50,000, he was getting right. My mom wasn't living like that. So then I called somebody I trusted that knew this person, and said, yo, 1, 2, 3. He looked at me and said, 4, 5, 6. 7, 8, 9 is the rest. Then nobody pay attention. Right? So
he's profiting while you and your family struggling.
And then I still owe you when I get there? Would you know that I paid my childhood off $185 something when I found out? Like, same person had a receipt from 13 all the way to when I got drafted. And I looked at it, and it was shit on there like McDonald's receipts.
Hold on,
shit like that. Right? Plane tickets. It was shit like, and this is a real thing. We don't say names, right? You told me that, right? But bro, yeah, I had to pay my childhood back. So I don't owe no man for anything, because the one right? And then it's like, I paid for it, I raised myself.
Bees.
That's real.
Somebody kept documentation.
Yeah.
Oh, they bought you.
Why you say somebody like you didn't just say these coaches hold money?
Your coach.
These, I don't, bro,
or handlers or whatever the case may be.
Yes.
But it's the documentation.
Of what?
He kept documentation when I took Bees to McDonald's, or I bought Bees some shoes, or I did this, or I did that. From the time you were 13 to the time you were drafted.
Which is what broke my heart.
Because you thought he was doing it out of kindness of his heart.
Which is why I just asked you, how much for 18 years of his life? If you're a real dad, how much do you really, if your son grow up and become Elon Musk and only give you 10 grand or not even.
My kid ain't got to give me nothing. Right? My kid didn't ask to come here.
Let's just we can talk real facts if y'all want to hear real facts. I'm not going to, later for the days that I just subscribe to whatever y'all say. Either hear what I say or don't ask me. But this real shit.
High school. Is it true you went to 6 high schools?
Mm-hmm. I went to 7 elementary schools. I went to 4 middle schools. I went to 6 high schools.
Okay. You went your freshman year was National Christian, 30 points, 10 rebounds. Sophomore year, Riverdale Baptist, 28, 13 rebounds. Junior year, Oak Hill.
No.
Okay, go ahead. What I miss? What we miss?
I went National Christian. I went Longburg Prep.
Longburg Prep, okay.
I went IMG Academy.
Okay.
I went Riverdale Baptist.
Okay.
I went Oak Hill Academy.
Okay.
I went Notre Dame Prep.
Okay. Why so many schools?
Because I didn't understand who I was at the time, and I was just a jokester.
Yeah.
Remember I told you the size thing?
Yeah.
When you see me, like I would be quiet first, so that people take that as maturity.
Right.
So then what I would do, like things a
Goofy
kid
stuff,
would
yeah.
do, not only would it surprise you because you think I'm older,
Right.
but it extra surprise you because you don't know I'm actually younger.
Right.
Remember I was 11, 10 turning 11 in the 7th grade. All my peers was 12 turning 13.
Right.
That doesn't sound like a lot now, but a 13 to 11-year-old, that's a very big maturity gap.
So let me ask you a question. How tall were you? How tall were you 11, 12 years old? 6 foot, 6'2", 6'3"?
11, I was 6'1". Yeah, like 6'1".
Yo.
I was big my whole life. I never had a growth spurt. Like the only thing that grew on me, like from 11 I wore 12. And then the summer of 8th grade, from 7th grade to 8th grade, these shits went from 11 and a half to a fucking 18 where they are today. Swear to God, that's not like, nigga, my mother hated me that summer because she thought I was lying just to get new shoes every week. And every time we'd go, like, dog, bigger size, bigger for 6, 7 months.
Right.
Bro, feet was hurting.
How did you even find shoes a size 18?
We did until I started playing basketball.
So you basically had to wear basketball shoes the whole while.
No, I wore the same. My uncle that got locked up. Before he got locked up, he gave me a pair of Damon Stoudemires. This is my favorite shoes ever. But they was a little too small.
Yeah.
So when they really got small, I used to just step on them and just wear them in slippers. And then I stopped. Like by the time like my first pair of shoes in the 17, 18 was the Allen Iversons with the zipper.
Yeah.
Like I love those shits. My mom came home with them shits. But that's when I was able to, retire the Damon Stoudemires because like my foot was hanging out. Them was like that big, But but I was always tall my whole life.
Yeah.
Like I stopped growing my 3rd year in the league in Minnesota. Like I got drafted at like 6'8" and a half with no shoes, and by the time I got to Minnesota, I'm like 6'10" and a half.
Looking at the numbers, you're dominant every school that you went. Was it hard being on your own? Because you're on your own at these schools, right?
Mm-hmm.
Was it hard being, because like you said, you're a kid, you 13, 14, 15, 16. You're on your own.
But I was used to it. I was on my own my whole life. I grew up with my mom.
Right.
Then I stopped playing basketball and just started living with Nolan and his family.
Right.
So I was on my own then. Like, I love Nolan, but,
Right.
like waking up early, like, because my grandmother, she wake up 5:30 every morning.
Yes.
Start looking for change in the couches and shit. Every morning, like, somebody put it there last night. But every morning, this is how I know God is. This is my first, I knew really. Every morning, she'd wake us up 5:30. Man, I gotta go and find $1.10 to get on the bus every morning. I swear to God. So I'm just used to waking up early.
Right.
I move with Nolan, they don't wake up early. Not early as I do. I was like, tiptoe around the house.
Right.
So I've just been alone my whole life. And like, that's it. I just been alone my whole life, just been quiet my whole life. And it's like when I come outside, I just be wanting to have fun.
Right.
Or just joke or something. And then the world for some reason, the world judges your opinion like it's a test. So if I ask you, hey, yo, what you think about the color green? And you just say, I don't like it because it reminds me of the forest.
Mm-hmm.
Now, all of a sudden, you're just a forest killer. Right? So it's like we live in a society to where it's like you can't give opinion without it being graded like a test. And that's basically my whole life.
McDonald's All-American game. You won the MVP. Derrick Rose is in that game. James Harden is in that game. O.J. Mayo's in that game. Kevin Love, Blake Griffin, DeAndre Jordan. You go to the McDonald's All-American. Obviously, you're one of the 24 best high school basketball players in America. You win the MVP. When did you know, like, you know what? I can go to the NBA. I'm gonna be great. When did Michael Beasley finally it dawn on him? I'm a bad mofo.
Right then, I was just mad.
What were you mad about?
I was the #1 player in the country, and I get to ESPN, and they got me ranked number 6, and Kevin Love #1. No disrespect to Kevin Love, because I love him, but ESPN been doing this my whole life. Look at all of my stats. ESPN just make it their business to just erase my existence, even from what you just said. Nobody know I was the MVP. If you go to the McDonald's game, I'm not even in the hallway of the MVPs.
Why?
ESPN. So the only reason I played that game, because I was gonna go there, I twisted my ankle bad.
Right.
So I wasn't gonna play. But when I got there, I seen that ESPN had me ranked number 6. So go look at the game. My first shot of the game was a disrespectful one from half court. And I just happened to make it. So I started busting their ass. That's it.
So you was on one. So you felt some type of way. You like, I'm the #1 player. I come to the McDonald's All-American game. You got me ranked number 6.
I go to the practice, and, you know, like Blake Griffin, I love this nigga, bro. Blake Griffin has always been one of my favorite players.
Right.
You understand?
Yeah.
And when I first meet him, he dunking. Yeah, that's why, he the only reason I did the dunk contest, because I ain't no dunk like that.
Right.
Man, great, but whatever. So Blake Griffin, we just chopping it up, and he was kind of unknown too.
Right.
And he the one brought it to my attention. I'm like, dog, what, you know, not even like disrespecting me, but like, yo, that's weird, because not only was I ranked differently than all of it, everybody else was ranked differently.
Right.
And Kevin Love was #1.
Right.
You know, and like I said, no shot to Kevin Love, because Kevin, I love you. You know that. No pun intended.
Yeah.
But I just remember being mad at that, because like, I worked for that #1 spot.
Right.
Because I was chasing O.J. Mayo. That's how. Like,
yes.
I was chasing O.J. Mayo my whole. And then when we finally get here now, O.J. Mayo ain't even a thing to chase. Like, okay, what do I was? You know, it was just confusing to 17, 18-year-old.
Right.
So then and then number 6, that's when I was like, because I wasn't even gonna play. Like I said, I was hurt. So I was just on some disrespect, like some fuck y'all shit, and I wish I wasn't, because that was my hood side.
Yeah.
If I could have been professional, I would have really gave it my all, and then probably would have had 40 points on their ass, 50 points.
But you made it your mission. You made it your mission that you was going to destroy that you was going to destroy those guys in that game.
After I made the first shot,
yeah.
Like going up into I would just remember being confused. But when I made the first shot, I was like, oh, these niggas trash.
You took a shot from half court. How they trash? They ain't guarding that, bees.
That ain't my fault.
Were the guys better than you expected? It's like, okay, I mean, I had teammates that. So what?
Honestly,
yeah.
I'm gonna be 100% honest. The only people I couldn't wrap my head around out of that group, Derrick Rose, because I don't realize how tall he is. He like a real 6'4", and like like real. Yo, I ain't never seen nobody that fast in my mother. And then we jump out. He runs so fast too and jumps straight up. Man, I ain't never seen no shit like that in my life. And so taking the contact and just boom. Right? O.J. Mayo was Jordan before all of us. The step backs that KD see today, he was doing that since 13. Ask everybody. No, I ain't gonna lie to you. Right? And then Blake Griffin. I could not believe he jumped that powerful.
Right.
And then, no. Then Kevin Love, Kevin Love can throw a chest pass. And I'm mad he never did this in the NBA. Kevin Love throws a chest pass from full court like Wes Unseld.
Yeah.
Bro, those right there, that's when I was like, God damn, these niggas different. You know, because nobody know I was a hood nigga. Like I ain't grow up, I didn't find out about AAU basketball until I was 11. I didn't know AAU word was a thing. Right? So I got there. I was just impressed, but then I was just mad because they ranked me number 6.
Are you the best one and done player?
Can't get one guy share.
Because when you look at your style, I mean, I think your first game, you had like 30 and 20.
Again, I was mad.
Why?
David Hoskins.
I'm not familiar with the name.
David Hoskins played there before me. He got injured, so he was.
He played K-State?
Yeah.
Okay.
And David Hoskins was real strong, real buff nigga. And I love that nigga. Detroit, real cool nigga. But whenever it comes to basketball, he will always tell me like, hey bro, just like we practiced a few times, and he'd be like, hey bro, you took a lot of shots today. Just know when I come back, you ain't getting that many shots. Like he just always for no reason, and I never knew why, cause I was 17 in college, turning 18. So it's like I think he was like the third, fourth year in college and shit. But it's like I used to always be mad at him, like nigga, why the fuck you keep on something, you know?
Yeah.
Like
what you on, bro?
We be kicking it, and he just, bro, just know you ain't getting them shots. Right? That shit pissed me off. Like, a couple of them old niggas pissed me off. Yeah, but I love them. But that's like, I was just mad, man. And then Frank stuck his, like, every time I got in trouble, this is where I learned discipline. Every time I thought a joke, I was flipping a 600-pound tire. 600 pounds, 100 yards, 150 yards, 1,000 yards. Like, what he do it? Like, Scott Greenwell got mad at Frank. He came to Frank and said, yo, I gotta find something else because he's having fun with my discipline. Like, nigga, Scott used to make me flip that tire. I used to go in that motherfucker, flip that bitch. Because I used to get in trouble so much, like, dumb. But I was just 17. Right, but David Hoskins just pissed me off and just like, all right, well, I just gotta show you. And I didn't mean to score those points. Like, the points is just me being...
How you actually didn't have... What was it, a 30-20 or a 40-20 game that you had, your first game? Your first college game?
I don't remember. It was like, I just remember I had...
it was a crazy game.
I had like 20 rebounds.
Yes.
But I just always focused on rebounds. So the points came, they just came. I didn't even know I was a scorer.
I don't know if people realize this. You average more points, more rebounds, shot a higher percentage than Kevin Durant, and your 28 double-doubles broke the freshman double-double record, previously held by Carmelo Anthony. Do people realize how great you were that 1 year at K-State Bees? Do they realize how great you were? Of all the one and dones, and they've been some great one and dones, but do people realize just how great you were? Or do you realize it?
I just told you ESPN do their best to try to. That's as real as I can be. Like, I know what I did, and the day before my first game, I text KD. I don't, like, he ain't never said it, I never said this. I wish I still had that phone. Text KD and was like, dog, how did you do it? Like, how I do what? Like, bro, you average, bro, you did what you did last year, bro. Like, what the, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
He literally texted me, he's like, bro, you better than me. That's easy for you. Enough said. You know? Like, Kevin gave me the confidence to do that shit. Right? And not to say that he knew or I knew I was gonna do what I did, but like that's a real conversation, real text, and you know, it just happened that way.
I want you to pick your all-time starting five of one and done from this list. I'm gonna give you KD, Anthony Davis, Zion, Melo, Kyrie, Joel Embiid, Derrick Rose, Michael Beasley. Starting five.
I'm gonna take Derrick Rose at the one.
Yep.
I want to go big because I need rebounds. So I'll take KD at the two.
Okay. Damn. You got big ass.
I'll take Zion at the three.
Okay.
I'll take AD at the... Wait, who else you said?
You got AD, Carmelo, Kyrie, Joel Embiid.
No. KD at the two, Melo at the three, Zion at the four, and AD at the five.
You leaving yourself off?
I want to win.
You can win with you.
I can win better with them.
Okay, I'll take your word for it. This NIL now. They had NIL when you were in school. Would you have stayed in school or you going to the NBA?
I wanted to stay in school. But everybody told me this is one of the things nobody listened to what I wanted to say. Like Frank can tell you. Like I begged Frank. Not begged him, but I really wanted to stay in college.
Right.
Like as far as college figures, Tim Duncan was the one I like admired the most.
Yeah. He stayed all 4 years.
Because at the time, Corey Brewer and Joakim Noah and Al Horford.
Yes.
They did the double thing.
Yeah.
Back to back.
Yeah.
So that right there, like the boldness of Joakim being the number one and coming back and then doing it again.
Right.
Right? So I just started researching, and then Tim Duncan was like, you know, because in my mind, I'm like, bro, that's got to be the first time that ever happened.
Yeah.
Tim Duncan, 3 years in a row, number one, and then went number one. It's like, you know, I don't got it. You don't know for me. I know. Calm down. Time waits for us all.
Yeah.
And look at his career.
Shit timed out. True say, bro. I'ma tune in.